Hi, welcome to the Xterra files. So this is going to be my very first video that I post. It's going to be kind of a mix between working a little bit on the Xterra of doing some of the different simple things on how to fix, as well as hopefully in the future some few four-wheel drive trails that I do and that kind of stuff. So it's very simple things. Nothing too complicated. It'll be simple fixes and other little things like that. Maybe some gear reviews on different things you can bring along for an Xterra. So I recently, in the last few months, just picked up a used 2009 Xterra off-road. And so that's kind of my first time to have a Nissan Xterra. And so I'm kind of learning on how to fix things and what to do and what different issues they have. And so the first thing that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to replace the cabin air filter. Apparently that is something that a lot of people seem to neglect, forget about. So we're going to change that today and see what it looks like. Don't know if it's ever been changed or not. It's relatively pretty easy to get to and easy to change, as far as I've heard. So we're going to try this. So it's I just went down to my local auto parts store, Advanced Auto Parts, and just picked up this air filter. It was only like 13 bucks, a little over 13, about 15 when it was done with tax. And anyway, that's what I got there, made from CarQuest, I guess. So we're gonna try to see if we can get into this. Alrighty, move the car so we actually can see what I'm doing. It's bright enough. So all you do first is just open up the glove box, and what I've seen is you just push on the sides. That's supposed to release the clips. See the one on the right side. There we go. There's that. Alright, and then if you want, you can remove this. I think it should be far enough out of the way. Should be okay. So now if we look back in there, look right here. There, and I can see it a little better. So you see there's a spot right up here at the top of that box. Looks like something you're supposed to press that down, and then this little box part will come out. So that's why I'm going to try to remove so we can put the new filters in. So I'll show you that. Okay, so I got the this is the little part that comes off. You can see where the clip is right there, or where the clip goes in. So what you actually need to do, it looks like you actually have to lift up on it. I pressed, looks like down, I pushed down on it, and so I pretty much broke off the clip. So I'm going to have to come up with a way to use this hole and probably put a bolt behind. Well, there's a little U thing back there, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to attach it, because the little clip is really, really fragile. And I broke it off. So that's what happens when you don't know which direction. I couldn't tell because it's so dark in there. So now we're just going to try to see if I can pull out the filters. There we go. Here's one. Aha, there we go. Now look at that. That is all the junk. There's tons of leaves, and apparently the person who smoked a person smoked in this car before. I don't smoke, but the car was it's full of smoke probably. So there's one. And that one is also really bad. You can see there's tons of junk sitting in it, all kinds of stuff, dead bugs, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that shows you what happens when people don't clean these filters. They probably have never been cleaned. They're extremely dirty. So that's that. So next thing I probably need to do is get in there and I need to clean it out a little bit. Probably suck out a little bit of the that area, and then I'll put in the new one. So once I get done cleaning that part out, we'll get back to putting the new ones in. There we go. So I thought I'd show you guys just a closer up of all the junk that's in the filter real quick, just to see how you can see it's actually, when you open it up a little bit, that there's caked in dirt and all kinds of stuff all the way down in there. So it's definitely filthy, and definitely needs some new ones. So I'll show you the new ones too compared to the old ones. So I'll show you the new filters. These are the new filters. There's the old filter. Huge difference there, right? So that's what we got to put now. When you put these in, there, see, if you look on here, I'm not sure if it's in focus, but there's a little arrow. It says airflow. So you have to make sure that that goes the right direction. And there's new ones on here as well. You can see a little airflow. So we have to make sure that those are going the same direction. Okay. So we have they're going the same direction, so which is down. And that's the way they have it, because that's the way I pulled those out. So I'm going to put those back in there. Okay, I got the filters in. So it's a little bit difficult to get that second one in, but once you get it in there, it's not too bad to just slide it in. It's just trying to get it, because you have to get it in there at an angle and then get it past this spot over here. And then once you get it past there, then it's straight, and then it just slides back in there. So now I just have to put the little cap back on and figure out how I'm gonna attach that so it'll stay. But that's all you have to do, is and it's very important to change that out at least a couple, at least every couple of years. Otherwise you're gonna have a very stinky car, and also having a hard time blowing all that air through all the dirt and dust and junk. So anyway, that's our first little do-it-yourself fix-it thing for this channel. So hopefully we'll see you next time. So we got that all finished. So the only thing that I didn't get to tell you is what I did with the how to attach that little door if you break the clip. All I did was just take a zip tie and I ran it through the hole that at the top of that little door, and then just zip tied it around, zipped it up, and it holds right there. So next time I need to undo that, just clip the little zip tie and put another one on. Works really well. That little piece of plastic that I broke, that's very thin and obviously very cheap, so that works really well to just use a little zip tie around put a hole through there. So anyway, that's all that needs to be done for replacing the filter. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll get to put more do-it-yourself videos and four-wheeling stuff up as things go along. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.